This conference will now be recorded.
Ranjit batch 128. So any question on yesterday part? Anyone? See, if you are not able to interact in the class, you can send queries in the email. You notice this email ID? Okay, send your queries here. Fine. You can always send the queries here. Queries to Ranjit at gmail.com. Okay, without space. Right? Everyone has able to do this? Everyone? Okay. How many interfaces? Two interfaces, right? Classic Lightning interface, Lightning experience. Okay. Setup menu. What is setup menu? It provides you options, different options to work with your application, work with the platform. Okay, your Salesforce platform is a platform as a service. It gives you different tools, options, a development environment. Okay, so how do you access all those environment? By going with the menu, setup menu. So setup menu is a set of tools or options to to customize, to work with the platform. When I say customize, it means you would like to modify something, adding some creating some table or existing table. I would like to modify something. Okay, you need a set of tools that can be accessible under setup menu. So setup menu is there in the classic as well as in lightning also. Only the navigation will be different. How do you navigate to that particular option will be different. Right. What is user license? Yes, set of features. Set of features. It's not just set of features. Set of features that are available to the user. Okay, what feature you would like to provide access to the user in that platform? That is decided by the what license you are going to assign to the user. Got me? For a employee in a company, a software engineer, the HR decides this software engineer can only access to the IT department. Got me? A manager will have access to the different types of project. An HR will have access to all the employee profiles. So, right. So what type of features are available to the user, that's determined by the an entity called a user license. So it's a set of features that are available to users in Salesforce platform. Right. Yes. Before this, so what is edition? It's a bundle of feature, a set of features grouped together to meet some business objective. Okay. Your Sales Cloud has different types of edition. right? So it's a okay, it's a bundle of features or package of features. There is no book definition. Okay, you can explain in the way you want. There is no definite definitions you have. Just tell them when you get such type of questions, it's a group of features to meet some business objective. The business objective can be a sales or support business. It means service or marketing, etc. Okay. Example of few additions, right? Your essential, professional, enterprise, unlimited. These are all a general term. You'll find it in many different product. Okay, even if you go to the meeting or Zoom or any conference tool, they'll have different edition. They say higher end edition as unlimited edition. It's a general term. We'll use it in the service business. Okay, when you have a uh, different editions, each editions you give more features when you pay more. Okay, then the higher end edition will be referred as a unlimited edition. So unlimited edition, they have a large storage, unlimited storage. Will not have any, uh, right? You can use as much storage you want. That's unlimited edition. And one more edition we forgot, developer edition, right? So all these are all pay editions. Developer is a free edition. Got me? Right? We are not going to pay anything here, right? So we just register the developer edition. We can use it. Okay. So there is no fee, and there is no expiry date for your license also. But in the case of pay editions, we'll have some expiry date, right? So what is company information page? To know about the basic information about your company. Okay. In other words, it has basic information about your organization. Okay. That can be a name, right? Who is the primary contact? What are the information you found there? Your organization ID, your storage, storage information, how much data used, okay, and your locally settings, currency settings. What else you've seen? Locally settings comes under that. We'll explain again in another question. Okay, what else you have seen there? Anything you missed here? One important concept, one important information you missed here.
Instance, right?
No. Where you will find the number of license used and unused? Here only, right? User license. Right. So the question is where to find the usage of the status of user license. Okay, the status of user licenses. It means how many user licenses are there in your platform, how many has been assigned, how many is left over, and what is the expiry date of the license. Okay, if I assign 10 license to my sales agents, if it is going to be expiring next month, then I have to extend the license right date, right? I need to buy additional license, renewal the license. So all those information you can find it in the company information page. So where to find it? Setup, administer. Yes, it's manage user. No, company profile. So below company profile, we have a company information. Okay, below that we have a company information. Able to see the board? Careful, careful. See the board? Board is visible. Great. So where to find the status of your user license? Okay, here in the company information page. So administer company profile, company information. There you can find status, right? License, two license, user. And in real-time scenario, you'll find the expiry date here. It can be a 1 year or it can be 5 years license. You'll see the expiry date here. You don't find expiry date here, so need not worry about the expiry of the license. Once registered, you can continue use that login. Okay. In case some issues with the login, there will be a number of reasons. Sometimes you're not able to log in. It rarely happens. Then what you can do? You can go and register with the same email ID again, one more user ID. That's all. But you cannot reuse the same user ID. You have to give again unique user ID and register yourself. Got me? So you can register with a number of registration you can do. It's not restricted. You can use the same email ID also. Fine. Okay. I hope everyone is able to register yourself. Anyone has any queries here? Right. How to register? You need to go to the developer.salesforce.com. Do not register from your company website. You'll get only trial version. So this is a URL you have to use to register. Okay. The only rule is username email ID, right? You should have some local part next to that at symbol and some domain name. So domain name you can choose any name, right? It can be test.com or capitalinfo.com or your last name.com, whatever. But finally you'll come to know whether it's unique in the database or not. Accordingly, you have to give your name. That's it. Okay. So what is Salesforce org ID? Where I can find this? Company profile, right? It is 18-digit alphanumeric ID. Which is uniquely identified assigned by the system. Okay, it is 18-digit alphanumeric ID, which is assigned by the system automatically when you register for edition. Okay, right. I'm going to add one user here. Yesterday I showed you how to add a user. I add users. I click on new button, I add users. I'll explain again how to add users. Okay, we'll discuss much more detail. The question is, when you add new user, will that Salesforce organization will change? Will not change, right? It's like a company ID. Okay, the organization ID is a ID for your whole organization, whole platform. Okay, if I registered, so I get my own organization ID. If I add additional users, all users is going to refer only same organization ID. That's all. Will not get changed. Okay, right. So, right, before I go there, what is locally setting? Okay, what is locally setting? It is a section in company information page. Okay, that defines the format of below items. What are those items? Display the name, right? Whether last name should appear first, first name should appear first. That's also controlled. And then date format, time format. So format of the name, format of the date, format of your time. Okay, so that's been controlled by the locally settings. So what is multiple currency? What is multiple currency feature? Yes, it is. It is used to capture more than one currency uh, format. It used to capture more than one currency format in your org. It is a checkbox. Okay, it is a checkbox. It's a checkbox available in your company page. Where you can only enable but cannot be disabled. It's a one directional change. Okay, it's a one directional change, same direction, just enable, that's all. You cannot disable it, right? So once you enable, there are two things will happen. One is there will be a new option called manage currency, right? So where this will appear? Below your company profile, here you'll get an option here, manage currency, right? So this option will have okay, we'll have features to add more currency type. This you go theoretically or practically do it also fine. Doesn't make much scope to in terms of entry point of view. Need not spend more time on multiple currency feature. Okay, just have a try. That's it. Enable it in different org and see what are the features are enabled as per the discussion. Okay, don't need to spend more time on multiple currency feature, right? I will stress. I'll put more importance where you need to spend more time in terms of entry point of view and working point of view. Okay, otherwise just go with the theoretical point of view, right? So this option will have features to add more currency types and all. So how to set different languages? I have some user in Europe countries. I have some user in Japan and China, so they would like to see the platform in their own language, right? How to set it? Okay, where the locally setting, where it is in the company profile, right? See, if you go and see set the anything in a company profile, anything in a company information, okay, when I register in the first time, what happens? By default it takes United States uh, English language. By default is English language, because Salesforce is no, their headquarters is in San Francisco, US. So by default it always create in English. But if any company, buying the Salesforce product, like to use a Salesforce product, and their business is based on some, say, Japan or somewhere, they will go and change this language to their language. Okay, right? They set this as English now. For now, it's English. What will happen? Okay, what will happen? There are three places the language will be set. One is where you are setting it, company information page. This is one place, and now it is in English, right? I'm going to add one user. So what happens here? Every settings that you did in a company profile, it takes that value by default. From there, the value is copied. Okay, but I can change this. I'm going to add a user belongs to France. So I'm just giving adding user. So there are one more place, user page. Got me? User page. There is other place. Suppose I am the user. Okay, I am the user. Which language I am following? Go to my user page. People know how to go to user page, right? Right. So go here and see what is the. Yeah, scroll down. It's English. Okay, but I would like to change my language setting when I log in. To my login, I would like to change it. I cannot modify this user page because I can modify. I'm the system administrator. But what about the normal user? They cannot. They will not have access to the modify the language here. Okay, because this is a page where only administrator can modify it. So how the user can modify their own settings? If you see your Google, Gmail and all, you can change your background things and all, right? So you can go and change your settings. That will not have an impact on other user. Okay, so there is another place here to control your settings, called my settings. So every user you're adding, that user will have a drop down under his name called my settings. Okay, so there is another place called my settings. So three places, your settings, language settings, not only language settings, your default locally, your time zone. Okay, that can be changed. See here, under personal, I have a language and time zone. I get all those locally settings here. It means every user, anytime they can change their time zone, they can change their language, they can change their, what is this? What is that? What it controls? Date, time, name. Okay. So I can modify, which will have only in my, which will have impact only in my login. Okay. So there are three places we can set. So how to set a language according to user, according to user requirement? So answer is user can change. Okay, the preferred language under is our my settings. Am I right? My settings. Okay, so what is the navigation? It is your name at the top. We'll find my settings. Okay, and there you'll see personal, language, and time zone. Got me? So these are the places you can set your language. So the administrator will have access to the company information page. Okay, you will go and modify the common language. No, is set there. So whatever user you are going to add, that automatically takes that language. But if you have customers in different users in different places where they follow different language, an administrator while adding the user, he can set the language, and user can also modify his own language by going to the my setting. So anytime you can modify and change it back. You need not reach administrator, send email and do the language settings. Okay, not everything you can control. Only that locally settings alone we can control. Right. See, the question is not about whether it's euro or INR or pound. The question is not that one. Okay. The question is currency setup. We have three types. One is corporate currency. I think we discussed about corporate currency yesterday. So there will be one currency as a corporate currency. Okay. And then we're going to have a personal currency. I'll explain what is personal currency. And one more we have record currency. There are three types of currency: corporate currency, personal currency, record currency. So what is the importance of corporate currency? Any currency you are adding, right? Any more currency you are adding under your managed currency feature, every currency conversion rate is going to be based on corporate currency. That's the importance of your corporate currency. Okay, your headquarters, your company is mainly dealing with some dollar, US dollar, for example. Then US dollar is going to be a corporate currency. So every other users, connecting with your business, their currency type will be converted based on your corporate currency. That's a conversion. Okay, so conversion rate can be dynamically get or statically we have to enter. Statically, you cannot get it dynamically. To get it dynamically, you have to go with some app exchange product. You have to pay for it. They will take care of converting the currency value, exchange rates, right? So what is personal currency? Okay, you don't see here. Yesterday we enabled a personal, I mean multiple currency in different org. I think it's batch admin 10. What is ID? 1 minute. Okay, it's this ID. Okay, so once you enable the multiple currency feature, you get a manage currency here. I have three different types of currency. One is a corporate currency, right? And how to set different currency for different user. Okay, right. When I say personal currency, you can guess it. Where it will appear? My settings, right? It's under my settings. Go to my settings. Language and time zone. There is one more. Okay. So how to identify you are in multiple currency organization or single currency organization? If you go to your my settings, you'll see one more additional field will appear. Okay. So among the active currency, right? How to see as administrator what are the active currencies? Okay, where and all I'm doing business. What are the customers? Right? What are the customers I have? What type of currency I'm dealing with my business? You can go and check here. There are three active currencies. Anytime you'd like to, suppose I do not have any customer in euros, then I can deactivate this currency. Got me? Right. So all these currency types will appear here. What is the use of? So this is a personal currency I mean here. Personal currency. Okay. What is the use? Suppose I am the user, always going to deal with euro. Okay. So I save this. I'm capturing some amount value, some currency value. So what is the setup now? By default, it's a euro because I'm the one always working with the euro type of currency value. Then instead of I go and change every time, I make my no currency personal currency is euro type. That's called a personal currency. What is record currency? If I'm going to store any value other than personal currency, whatever there in the record, it's called record currency. That's it. So if you say this, okay, it's a record currency now. Record currency is INR and your personal currency is euro. So when you will get this conversion, only if your personal currency and record currency is different, then it will show that bracket. Show that bracket and see the conversion rate. So what is the record currency? INR. Whatever there in the bracket, it's your personal currency. Suppose I make it your personal currency only. No conversion here. There is no difference. Okay, that's it. Just information for you to understand what are the different currencies we have. Okay, the question is not about whether the INR or euro or pound. The question is about the currency setup: corporate currency, personal currency, record currency. Okay, so this can be one of the questions in the certification. You can find this type of question. Got me? Right. So how to add user? Okay, so I close this. It's not recorded anymore. Okay, so how to add a user? Setup, manage users. All of you tried adding user yesterday? Okay, then click on new button, new user, right? Okay, click on new button, new user. These are all mandatory field. By default, it taken from the company profile setup. Okay, I need to give value here. Okay, so you can give value here and choose the uh, user license. Got me? Okay, so there are some user license are displayed here in the form of drop down, right? Yesterday we added a chatter free, right? Yesterday we added chatter free. So I go here, chatter free user. Okay, so this is a default user added by the system. So what is the license assigned? Chatter free. And yesterday Kiran I added is also chatter free. Got me? So how many chatter free license used here? 2. Okay. So where I can track there? In company information page. So go to there are 2 used. Okay, leftover is 4998 license are leftover. Right. Now see how many Salesforce license I have? 1 is used. 1 is assigned to me, right? I'm going to add one more user now. Okay, so I'm add some user. So what license I'm going to use? Salesforce. I'll explain what is a profile. I'll go with the system administrator. Save it. It's not charge. That's what. Developer edition. Exactly. Yes. If you are running a business, I cannot use developer edition for business purpose. It's illegal. We cannot use. Okay. We can use for educational purpose to explore the product. We can use that. But if you are going to use this for a business purpose, it's illegal. Then you have to go for unlimited enterprise edition. Whatever edition, pay edition we have, we have to go for it. If that is the case, then you will get an expiry date. You'll find expiry date in the company profile here. Got me? So per month charge, that is $300 is a per month charge. 300 into 12 is going to be an annual fee. Okay, right. So I registered. So I need to reset the password and login. Okay, that's we to do as usual, right? Okay, now I refresh. So 2 license is used. So there is no remaining license, right? Right. Suppose I get one more user. I need to add one more user who is going to access all the features in the platform. So which license provide all the features? Your Salesforce license, right? So I go and add a new user. Okay, I'm going to add one more user. I don't see Salesforce license. It's used. Okay, there is no license left over. If you need to add some more users, then you have to buy the license. But developer edition we cannot buy it. They don't give a license or any additional license for developer edition. But if you are in enterprise or unlimited any pay editions, of course you can buy the additional license by paying the fee. It's clear. Okay. So that's how we'll see the license is used. So license decides the cost of your organization. Almost 80% of the cost derived from the license, number of license you have. There are additional costs depends upon additional storage or any support or any other different types of app exchange product. So those costs will be added. But more than 50% of the cost is derived by how many license you have. Got me? So that's why we'll add the user. Okay, how to delete an user? Yes, we cannot delete user. User can only be deactivated. We cannot delete the user. Okay, once the user is created, there the user may create some record, and there are some some data under his ownership. So deleting the user, what will happen? There will be a lot of impact you'll have in the platform. The user is already have some data owned. Then what will happen? You cannot completely remove the relationship of the user from the org. Okay, so the Salesforce has set this limitation. You cannot delete a user from the org. Once added, you can only deactivate the user. It means once deactivated, user cannot log in, but still there may be some data under his ownership that will be available in the org. Okay, we cannot remove the relationship completely. It's clear? User cannot be deleted, can only be deactivated. So the question is how to deactivate. Okay, how to deactivate the user? Suppose I like to deactivate the user David. Okay, I like to deactivate the user David. So I, as administrator, edit. There is a checkbox called active. So uncheck this. The user cannot log in. Okay, right. So shall we first enable that user? You got an email, right? You get an email. He has to reset the password. So you get the email. Whatever. Okay, verify. Is able to log. Okay, right. So now what I'm going to do as administrator, I'm going to deactivate the user David. Okay, so uncheck and save. So user is deactivated. So I'm trying to access something. It's logged out automatically, right? Because user cannot uh, start any new session. It's already there in some page, so you can still that page will be displayed. But if you start refresh the page or trying to go to different other tab, it will automatically log out because we deactivate the user, right? So this way you can deactivate. Then I'll go to the company profile. I'll check whether a license is released or not, because I deactivated the user, so license should be released, right? So license is unused license, is one more license is there. Okay, so that's the way you suppose some user is resigned the job, there is some Salesforce license assigned to that user. So instead of keep that license idle, I like to use that license to other user. So deactivate the user and use it. Got me? So deactivate the user will release the license. Okay, how to deactivate? We'll go to edit page of the user. Right? Whom is edit page of the user to be deactivated, and disable the checkbox called active. Okay, so this will release the assigned license. This release unassign the license. Got me? What is this? I would like to block the user not to log in. Okay, sometimes the user is working for 10 years and a lot of records and lot of process already under his ownership. What will happen if I deactivate the? Sometimes you cannot deactivate also. It will stop you to deactivate when the user has lot of activity, lot of data in the org. What will happen? It will not allow you to deactivate the user. It will say first deactivate all those other things, then deactivate the user. But my requirement is to stop the user to log in because the user is resigned the job. I cannot take a time to take a more time to deactivate the user because user is not a part of your organization. But still, user has lot of process in organization already modified, some record modified, and millions of data is already there under his ownership. There are some reports running. There are some email notification is running. So I cannot go and deactivate simply. Now I deactivate the David because he's just a user created. There is no activity under his ownership. Got me? So how to stop the user, login without releasing the user license? Okay, there is a way to do that. I go to administrator, users. Let's recreate the same scenario. I activate. Suppose he's an active user, right? So he is an experienced person. No, I would like to block him immediately. Okay, what I'm going to do, I go to his user page. There is an option called freeze. So freeze him not to log in. Okay, if I freeze him, the user still cannot able to log in. So user trying to log in now. Okay, user. Okay, it's still it's not, it doesn't say like incorrect password and all. You cannot log in. If you still can't log in, contact the administrator. It's not able to log in. Okay, we blocked it. But what is the impact on the license? The license will still be assigned. Why? Because we just freeze him. Okay, license still be assigned. So when you release the license, only if you deactivate the user. Okay, the freezing option will not release the license. So that's the immediate step you'll take to stop user to login. It's the immediate step. Then what we can do? We can modify all the change all the records under his ownership to some other user. Okay, we take time to fix all the issues. Then later we deactivate and release the license. Got me? So it's a quick way of block the user to log in. Okay, so how to do that? Your setup, edit page, sorry, detail page. We have two pages we discussed, right? One is edit page, detail page. So how to go detail page? Go to the user, all user, detail page. This is your edit page. Okay, so go to detail page. You'll see the button called freeze. Now anytime I can unfreeze. Unfreeze, right? Unfreeze means again the user can log in. That's all. Clear? To be freezed. This will not release the assigned license. Scared all of you? How to add more than one user at a time? Okay, we seen like adding one user one by one, right? Adding one user at a time by going with a new user option button. Add multiple users. First you choose a license, suppose chatter free. I'll get a some 10. So how many chatter free licenses are there? Yeah, 5,000 total, right? So even you have 5,000 more than 10 license also, how many users you can add at a time maximum? Only 10. Okay, so this allowed limit. So more than how to add users, more than one user. So it's again same navigation, correct? Multiple users at the top. Okay, so maximum 10 users can be added at a time if belongs to same user license, right? Same user license, because the first field you are going to select is the user license. For this user license we are adding the users, that's it. Anything if you have a 10 Salesforce license available, you'll see 10 options should be available. I never added 10 user license like that, but that's my assumption. That's a real-time scenario, right? You have 10 provision is there, 10 available license are there, then 10 box will appear. You have more than 10 here for chatter free, but how many box appearing? Only 10. So maximum is a 10. Okay, so other fields are taken by default. What about default locally settings and all? That will be automatically taken from the company profile. Okay, only the fields like last name, email, profile, role you choose. That's it. Now, would like to add one by one. You have to go. And no, see, the records can be added through declarative approach. Declarative approach means what? Without doing coding, whatever tools option is there, just go and add. Okay, so that is as a limitation. The declarative approach, the point and click approach has limitation. Either add with a 10 user or one user. If I need to add 100 users, suppose my organization there are 100 trainees are going to join, then 100 for 100 trainees I'm going to add a user, right? So what I can do, I can go as a programmatic way, I can add it. I prepare an Excel sheet and with all the fields, last name, email, username, everything, locally settings, everything is going to be a field in the Excel sheet. I'll upload that Excel sheet into the Salesforce org. Automatically 100 users can be created. Got me? So programmatically you can do it, or declaratively you can do it. A declarative approach has limitation. We cannot modify anytime we want. What about multiple currency? Once enabled, you cannot disable it, right? So has some limitation. Got me? Only to that limit we can go. Beyond that, we have to go for a coding as a solution. So that's what the coding has a demand compared to admin part. Okay, right. So what are the mandatory fields? Right? What are the mandatory fields? Some of the fields: last name, alias, okay, alias name, username. What is more important? User license. Then you have profile, and your locally settings will be automatically taken from company profile. We don't give this, but these things will provide, when you add a user. It's clear. There is no need to discuss about license, username and all. We're going to discuss about profile. Okay, so before I discuss about the profile, we'll discuss about types of some user license. Okay, you Important types of user license. Okay, it's more important. You should know. In a project, they ask you, right? In a question interview, they ask you, what are the licenses you have in your project? Okay, so there are 3 licenses you should know. Salesforce, Salesforce platform, chatter free. Okay, there are many licenses are, but these are frequently used licenses. Okay, anyone going to be administrator must have this license. Any user, right? I am the one adding another user, David, Praveen, and all. So I should have the no higher, more privilege, permissions. Then only I can add other user. I can deactivate other user. I can create the table. Okay, I can create application tab. So I need more. I need to have access to all the features. So Salesforce license will give you access to all the features in the platform. Got me? So this provides all CRM features. Okay, this type of license provides all CRM features. Example, all standard objects are available. What is object? Table. Okay, some of the standard objects I put in a bracket here. Some of the standard tables. What do you mean by standard? Salesforce already provided. They already build that table. Okay, so there are some tables: account, contact, lead, case, yeah, opportunity, etc. Okay, so anyway, we are going to discuss about what is account, opportunity, lead, and all later, right? And all standard custom objects are available. So every features are available in the case of Salesforce license. Okay, I have a Salesforce platform license. Suppose I assign the platform license to some user. That user, this provides so what is this? This provides only few standard object access, not all the objects like all the tables. Okay, only few standard object access like account and contact. That's it. And all custom objects. So custom objects are available. Whatever table we create, that will be available to the user who is assigned with the Salesforce platform license. But that user cannot see anything lead, case, opportunity table. Okay, only limited access. So which will be a costlier? Your Salesforce will be a costlier license, right? Chatter features. Clear? Clear? We'll see that now. We'll just quickly see that. I go to the here. We already seen this, right? Kiran was able to see only the chatter. Am I right? So I change this to Salesforce platform. See what happens here. I'm able to increase the license from lower grade license to higher grade. Sorry. Okay. Now what will happen? The license is unassigned. Got me? The license is unassigned. So I go to the company profile. There is one remaining Salesforce license. How many Salesforce platform? Three. Okay. So you can additionally add three Salesforce platform license user here, and you can see the scenario. As a would like to understand the scenario practically, what you can do? You can add one Salesforce platform license user and log in and see whether he is able to access only account and contact. You should not able to see lead, case, opportunity, any other things. Got me? Right. So what are you going to do? We are going to uh, change the user Kiran as Salesforce platform, right? Right. I save this. Verification code. We'll discuss about verification code later. Okay. When you are trying to log in different IP, different browser, you'll get a verification code. Oh, sorry. Like your Gmail, right? Gmail verification. Okay. So I go to classic, so you'll get a so account contact. Okay. There is a plus symbol here. There is no application is available because every application is a standard applications, and it has different tabs, not only account and contact. It has different tabs. So the user Kiran do not have access to other objects. Okay, so he's able to see only account and contact. Got me? And there is a plus symbol. If you click on it, whatever tabs he has access, everything will be visible here. Got me? So you're not able to see any lead or opportunity here, but other tabs are available. These are all these are all some other features available to him, but among the standard objects, only few standard objects are available, only account and contact. So that's a restriction we have. Got me? Right. Now I would like to change this user license from platform to chatter free. Which user? Kiran. I go here. I don't find a chatter free, but I found Salesforce, because anytime you would like to change the license, the Salesforce allows you to go from higher end license. You cannot degrade it. Okay, it's a business wise, it's the impact. Other important thing is not only the business. Your Salesforce platform provide a large access, more access. What about chatter free? Chatter free reduce the access, right? But what happens if a user is already has so many changes in the system, because he has more access earlier? Now we would like to reduce the access. That cannot be done. That cannot be done. Am I right or wrong? People have to follow this. Okay, maybe so Kiran is now assigned with Salesforce platform license. Okay, once the license enabled, the Kiran will able to access the tabs account. Am I right? Contacts. Okay, and the chatter tab, etc. Right. So once a feature is given, then there will be a lot of changes happen in the platform under his ownership in the table called account, contact, and all, right? Now I'd like to reduce the license to chatter free. It cannot be done. It cannot be done because when you go the chatter free, then automatically these features will be removed from his access, right? But there are a lot of changes happen in the platform once a license is assigned, which provide more features to him. I cannot remove the access features the way you want, anytime you want. You cannot disable that. You cannot degrade the license. In that case, what you can do, you just deactivate the license, deactivate the user by going with the checkbox, then license will be released. Then create one more user page, then add that Kiran again and assign chatter free. That's a solution you have to provide. Okay, it doesn't mean you cannot degrade. You have to use that user with the Salesforce platform. Deactivate, release a license, then create one more, add one more user, assign the chatter free license to the Kiran. That's all. That way you have to do. Okay, people got this, right? So next we are going to discuss about profile. So far people are good. Very important concept, profile. It's a template which will have a list of permissions, okay. It's like a template. I have a profile called sales profile, or I say standard user profile. I have a profile called standard user. It's a profile. The profile says, okay, it has a section called application, and below it I have sales. Below that we have sales, service, and all. Okay, I have a column here. Visible or not, I make this yes, I make this no. Okay, I have another section here. It's a object section. I have table account, contact, lead, and all. Okay, so here I have permissions, whether user can create a record or read a record. It means user can insert any data into the object, that is decided by the create permission. User can only read the data from the table, that is decided by the read permission. We'll follow this. Okay, so I mark it here as yes. I go with edit permission. Okay, and no permission, no permission. Got me? So these are the permission I defined. People got this? So now this profile I'm assigned to David. David is assigned with the profile standard user. Okay, standard user. And David is assigned with the license Salesforce. But what profile is assigned with? Standard user. Okay, so the user, you will assign user two things. One is license, another is a profile. Got me? So one is license. This from Captain. Okay, admin people. So So the user is assigned with the license and the profile. If you see here, I'm assigning the license, then I'm going to assign a profile. Right or wrong? Correct. So your license decide what are the features available. That David can able to see the tab, all the tabs he can see. It means he has access to account, he has access to contacts, lead. Okay, right. So when you go to the account tab, what you can do? You can create a record, you can create a inside a row into the table, and you can edit the data also. You can modify. You can modify some data from one value to another value. You can modify it, you can update it. Okay, because he has got a update permission. What about when he goes to the contact tab? He still has access to the table, but what permission? He can only inside a row into the table, but he cannot edit. Edit permission is disabled. Okay, so now we completely restrict the permission of create and edit. Okay, but still the object is available to him. Anytime we can, as administrator, we can give him permission. The features are available. Okay, the features are available, that is decided by the license, but permissions are controlled by the profile. People got clarity? Your profile controls the permission, your license provides the features, that's it. But in that feature, what permission you have, that is going to be determined by the profile. So you create one profile, you assign to multiple users. Okay, the same profile I assign to the user, Praveen as well. Okay, I assign Praveen, you know any user Ram. So all the users will have similar permission, depends upon what profile you are assigned to them. People clear with this? Can I assign one user license to multiple user? I cannot. But profile you create once, you can assign to multiple users. Suppose I have 40 trainees I have in my org. So all 40 trainees are going to have similar permission only. They are going to create a document. They are going to create a row in the some training table or something. Then all of you are going to perform similar activities only. Then I create one profile. I enable permission, similar permission for all of you, and assign to you. Okay, I will disable the download permission from the browser. I'll disable the personal email ID access to the from the browser. Then I will disable there and assign that profile to all of you. I'll create one more profile for managers. So managers can download, managers can access a personal email. Got me? So that's how the profile controls the permission for the user. One profile can be assigned to multiple users, more than one user. Profile is not for your cost. It's just it's a template which will have list of permissions. It's clear to all of you? Okay. Suppose, okay, the user is assigned with chatter free user license. There is a user called Bob who is assigned with chatter free license. Can I assign him a standard user license, standard user profile? We cannot, right? Reason? Why can't I assign a standard user profile? Yes, because the feature is not available to him, right? The features account contact are not available to him, so we cannot assign him standard user license. So your profile should depend upon the license. Okay, it's like you select a state value, a city belongs to a city will appear, right? Both are having relationship. You select license, only the profile available to the license will appear. Okay, if you go here in your user page, I select Salesforce platform, only this license profile will appear. Why? Because this profile will have only permission related to account and contact, not opportunity lead and all. It's clear? I go to Salesforce. I have some standard profile. Standard profile they given already. Some template they given already. You cannot create a new profile. They given some template. In that template, you modify the permission. Clear to all of you? Right. We'll continue with the demo for the profile tomorrow. Right. More stuff you add may lose the touch. But going forward, we'll cover more stuff every day. Okay. So, any question on this? If I go to the, if I'm going to add a chatter free, I do not see standard free, standard user license, right? Okay. So where I can see the standard profiles, manage users profiles. Okay. That navigation will cover. Um, what is that? Profile. Profiles. Okay. So click on this. You'll see all the standard profiles available. So alphabetically I can filter, right? Yes. Standard user. I go to the standard user in another tab. You'll see a profile is a template as different section. Okay. We are talking about app settings, right? Application, visible, and one is default. It means what? When user logged in, what is the default application selected at the top? Okay, that is determined by the default column. Pardon me. And scroll down to the, what is this? Standard object permission. Account. He has got read permission, create, edit, delete, and all. Okay. The profile is again a topic we are going to discuss in different session, much more detail. Okay, so this is just a introduction session for your profile. But later we are going to see, we are going to spend more time on the profile permissions and the related concept, right? So this control the permission. Okay, just have a quick changes. See, I already logged in as a David, right? So go to David. We'll discuss about list view later. He has got edit, delete permission. That's what it says. Got me? So is a user Kiran, users Kiran. So what is the profile assigned to him? Platform. Okay. I can edit this. It's a template provided by Salesforce. I can edit this, but not all permissions can be or allowed to edit in the standard template. Okay. Because when you modify the template, what will happen? You cannot get the template back as original no permissions. Because you modify some disable and enable something, then you cannot get it the template again back. So we do not want to disturb the template. We're going to clone, copy into another, take another copy, name that profile with a new name and edit it, then assign that modified template profile to the user. It's clear? Okay. So how to, we can either go with the clone or else profile, new profile. What I'm going to choose? Standard platform user. License will be automatically modified. Okay. Right. I make it as a, say, manager. Okay. Or else sales lead. Save. So here I'm going to modify. So what I'm going to modify, I would like to disable the edit permission on account table. Okay. So I go as an admin, go to the sales lead profile, edit. So what permission I'm going to edit? What permission? Standard object permission. Disable, edit, save. So what next I have to do? I have to assign that profile to the Kiran, right? Edit, instead of standard platform, sales lead. Save this, and I go to the Kiran page. As a Kiran, we are trying this. Okay. So when you do any such type of example, log in with a different browser and try it. Same browser if you do, then the recent user will be refreshed in the page. You're not able to see the two users. So go with the private window, or else use one user as administrator in Chrome and another user as use Firefox. Okay, and use a different user in Internet Explorer. That way you verify your see the real-time scenarios. Got me? Right. Now I go and refresh this page. I'm in the current login. Okay, refresh. So the edit and delete option gone. When user doesn't have edit permission, the delete permission also by default will go away. Clear? Okay, so this is what I'd like to discuss today. So we'll cover that notes tomorrow. So people are good with this? Right. Ah. That cannot be done in declarative approach. Tool wise, you cannot do it. One, because when you add multiple users, what is the first one you are going to choose? License. Below that license, I'm adding different user. So when you go for chatter free and Salesforce platform, the license are different, right? You cannot do it. But programmatically, you can play any way you want. But inbuilt features as limitation, right? Okay. If you see more examples, more topics, then you'll understand better. We are just the beginning of the session, right? That's that day, right? So no questions. People have to follow this. Okay, I'm uploading the notes here, everyday notes here. Okay, and I hope the same things you can find it in the hard copy book also, right? Am I right? So online people will get the notes, soft copy notes from front desk. Just for your reference, I uploaded here, but from Google Drive we are not going to share. They will share the notes, soft copy notes to the email. If any soft copy notes I can share with you, that can be done later, not now. Got me? Once every registration is done, front desk will tell you the way to share the soft copy notes. In case if you like to get any soft copy note to classroom students, okay, that will find out the way. And other way you can find in the chatter. So that credential they will share with you. My user ID password they'll share with you. Everyday notes, something we are discussing in the notepad in the classroom, that will be can be referred here. Apart from this, you can find every details in the hard copy book itself. Okay, in addition to that, anything I would like to share, I'll put it in the chatter. And going forward, the exercise, I'll create one application here, and the exercise you can access from here itself. Okay, got me? Clear? Right. So any questions here? No questions.